If you're taking notes, hard work deserves rest. Parental figure in your life, and you said to yourself, I'm going to show the world that, I'm not dictated by my past. My origin story is not going to define me, and I'm going to show the world that I'm better than my family. And you've been living a life performance-oriented. Well, you're going to have, whether you know it or not, a poverty mindset driving your behavior. Hang around people that have a positive mindset long enough, and you'll start realizing how much of a poverty mindset you have. Because prosperity is always equal to positivity. A poverty mindset is always equal to negativity. It's never enough. You're always critiquing yourself. You're always self-destructing. Everything is self-destructive all the time. I'm not good enough. And while there's an element of self-awareness, because God wants you to grow up, God wants you to mature, if you focus too much on what you're not, you'll never become what you are supposed to be. Focus on what you're supposed to be and watch what you're not catch up with that. That's why Paul said in Colossians 3, keep your mind fixed on things above where Christ is seated. Why? Because it's exactly the opposite. Because Jesus, it was said of Jesus in John 5:19, I only do what I see my Father doing. What they're really saying with biblically, actually, God is not in control. He's in charge. And He gives us the ability to have control. God does not control your behavior. God doesn't control your bad decisions. He's in charge. Being in charge is totally different. So like my kids, like I'm in charge. I'm the dad. Michelle and I, we're the parents. We're in charge of our kids. But like when we were on this cruise, my youngest daughter, and whether it's my fault or not, I had a prophetic word in when she was in the womb, and I recorded it, and I was praying over my wife's stomach one night, and I saw my daughter Harvest with a megaphone. She's gonna have a loud voice, and prophesy all this, and I did not know what that would equal. Did not know what that meant, but man, like it was like Discipline Central on the cruise because she's learning two languages, and so she can't at the same time, so she can't communicate very well. So she gets frustrated, and it's like 0 to 100. It's like a Tesla. It is crazy. She's like a Tesla. It's like from nothing to everything so quick. And it's piercing and scary. God bless her. We're praying that God's going to use it to do amazing things. But we became that family on this last flight. I'm like heads, like shaking, like people. I saw one older lady turn around and be like, and I didn't tell my wife because I know if I told my wife, the line would have come out, the whole plane would have heard it, and it wouldn't have been a good story. So I actually kept it in my heart. Thank you. Work, man. Okay, sorry, I'm going way off right now. Just hear me out for a second. I'm not in control. I can threaten my child all she wants. She doesn't understand what I'm saying half the time. Take away her blanket, threaten to give her a timeout, throw her off the plane. Like, she doesn't get it. She doesn't get it. No, it's not going to work, I cannot control with a threat in this moment. So therefore, I am in charge, but not in control. That's my point I'm trying to make, that God is in charge, but not always in control. And so if you don't rest, if you don't persevere, don't blame God when everything shuts down in your life. You're the one in control of that. He's just up in charge saying, listen, I've given you some guidelines and you can choose to follow them or not, but your body needs rest. In fact, I rested on the 7th day, so maybe you should too because you're made in my image. And if you don't do that, you're going to have some problems when you're older. So anyways, I was on the cruise though. This is super funny. I got to share this with you. There was this family. I think everybody on the cruise was super excited to check in their kids at the kids club, right? And there was this couple, and I think they only had one child. I only ever saw them throughout the cruise, and they had one child, and this kid was screaming, like did not want to go to kids club, probably about age 7. Did not want to go, like having like a meltdown. I did not want to go to kids club. I mean, it sounded like, what were they doing in kids club? Like it sounded like she was, something going on. But anyways, screaming and freaking out, and the dad started to get really upset. Like scene level upset, and started raising his voice. And it's like the area where you check them in, it's not very big, so it's a hallway. You hear everything, right? My wife's hearing it. I'm kind of eavesdropping. I'm like, if he does something, I'm gonna like lunge. You know what I mean? But he's getting really upset. The wife's trying to calm him down. The kid's not wanting to go. I mean, you could tell the husband wants his time. You could just tell. Like, he's done. The mom always like, oh, I miss you. I want you. Husband's like, yeah, freedom. You know, the mom's like, oh, but I miss you. It's so sad. You know, and I guess most husbands just don't get it, right? Anyways, but the guy was getting so upset. And you could he was losing control very fast. And the kid wasn't listening. And the threats that this dad started to make were the most funny, hilarious threats I've ever heard in my life, okay? So I'm witnessing all of this. Actually, everybody's in there witnessing this. So it started off like, if you don't stop right now, and if you don't go to kids club, he's like, you're not going to have any ice cream the rest of the day. Okay, so that was like the first threat. It didn't work. It went over the kid's head. Then it was like, you're not going to have any more fun today if you don't stop right now. And then he was getting super, like, it looked like he was going to beat his child. That's what it looked like. That's how, like, the level of, like, intensity it was. And restoration. I want to end with this.